7,220 erupt.
To Dayton Outpatient Center Dock Stadium for tonight's match between the Wilmington Hammerheads and your Dayton Dutch Lions. Tonight's starters for the Wilmington Hammerheads are, in goal, number 2, Tom Peratt, midfielder. Number 5, Troy Cole, defenseman. Number 7, midfielder, Manu Aparicio. Number 8, midfielder, Paul Nicholson. Number 9, forward, Sammy Ochoa. Number 11, forward, Sonny Jane. Number 12, midfielder, Stephen Miller. Number 13, midfielder, Brian Ackley. Number 19, defenseman, Andre Campbell. Number 21, forward, Mark Anthony Kay. And now, in goal, number 23, Bradley Stuber. The Hammerheads are coached by Mr. David Irving. And now, the starters for your Dayton Dutch Lions. In goal, number 30, Matt Williams. Midfield, number 4, Matt Walker. Number 14, forward, Joshua Croft. Defense, number 16, Brock Granger. Forward, number 17, Cameron Vickers. Defense, number 19, Ross Friedman. Defense and midfield, number 21, Shintaro Harada. On defense, number 28, Ben Sweat. On defense, number 31, Matthew Wyatt. At midfield, number 26, Christian Camacho. And at forward, number 10, Karamba Johnny. The Dayton Dutch Lions are coached by Matt Weston, assisted by Jack Hermans and Catherine Gordon. The officials for tonight's match: referee Matthew Pocha, assistant referee 1 Ryan Grafe, assistant referee 2 Pierre Santil Francione, and our fourth ref tonight, Kyle Moss. Now will you please rise, remove your caps, and join us in honoring our country and those who serve it with the singing of our national anthem. Singing tonight is Alex Wonder, a member of Fairmont High School's a cappella group, the 11th Hour, who's been singing for us all season. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. Go Hammerhead! While the teams are getting ready, I'd like to acknowledge a couple of birthdays that are both celebrating here tonight. Marie Moore is celebrating a birthday. Her son John and daughter Nina both play in the Dutch Lions Academy. And Morgan Sharbaugh is having a birthday tonight. Morgan is a member of our under 11 girls team. Let's give them a big round of applause.
Good evening, soccer fans, and welcome to a very warm Dayton Outpatient Center Field here in Dayton as the Dayton Dutch Lions host the Wilmington Hammerheads. This game slightly anticlimactic as the Lions sit now at the bottom of the table and the Hammerheads having probably clinched a playoff place already unless something mathematically horrible happens to them. But still, the Lions looking for that first home win and a chance here to set a mark for things to come for next season. The lineups tonight for your Hammerheads: in goal, a former Lion himself, number 23, Brad Stuver. In defense, number 2, they have Peratt, number 5, Cole, 13, Ackley, 19, Campbell. In midfield, number 8, Nicholson, number 7, Aparicio, number 11, Sonny Jane, number 12, Miller, and up front, number 21, Kay, and number 9, Ochoa. The Lions with their normal 4-3-3 format. In goal, Matt Williams. In defense, number 19, Friedman. Number 28, Ben Sweat. Number 21, Shin Harada. Number 31, Russ Wyatt. Number 4 in midfield, Walker. 16, Granger. Number 26, Camacho. Up front, number 14, Cruyff. Number 10, Jenna. and number 17, Vickers. And the Lions will be hoping to do much better tonight. I know, talking with the coaches, this is actually the lineup that the new coach, Matt Weston, had wanted to field since he got here, and due to injuries and suspensions has never been able to put on the field. So this is actually his preferred lineup for the first time tonight. So we're hoping to see some good things from that. Referees tonight. In the center, we have Matt Fosha. Assistant referee 1 is Ryan Rafe. Assistant referee 2, Pierre Sanatel Francilion. And the fourth official tonight, Kyle Most. Matty Williams now with the ball. Will play it out wide, looking for Ben Sweat, who brings it down on his chest, keeping it in play. White to Vickers. Vickers caught on the ball, though, holding on to it a little bit too long. Luckily, the play comes to nothing, and the ball swept out again to Ben Sweat. Sweat takes it down the line. Cruyff comes towards him. Sweat keeps going. Jenna out wide, plays it on again to Sweat. Nobody in the middle, though. Jenna is making up some ground, trying to get into the box, but Ben Sweat forced to check back. Ball played across and out of play. You can see the idea there, Ben Sweat going down the left-hand side. Unfortunately, there was nobody making that run in the middle to fill the space in the box. Brad Stuver rolls it out. Wilmington playing into the middle there to Miller. Miller out to, I think that's Campbell. Now across to Cole. No, I'm sorry, Campbell out here on the near touchline. Miller dropping back to receive the ball. That must be Ackley on the far side. And Ben Sweat cuts out that threat. Plays the ball into Camacho. Quick touch to Granger. And Granger is overwhelmed by the forwards. And a quick shot on goal there by number 21, Kay. And a nice save by Matty Williams, pushing it out for a corner.
Top-level goal training from NetEdge Training. NetEdge Training provides top-quality...
USLProSoccer.com. Scores, stats, news, and more exclusively on USLProSoccer.com.
NetEdgeTraining.com to find out more. That's www.netedge.
It'll be Sonny Jane to take the corner. Lots of move in the box. And, ooh, unlucky there. It was a wide open player. Unable to get his head on target. It is a very warm evening out here tonight, so don't be surprised if you see a slower tempo to the game. Williams and Sweat playing a little bit of one-touch football. The long ball forwards cut out by their captain. Tangled there, and Granger wins the ball through and gets it to Camacho. Plays it out to Jenna. Cruyff needs to stay onside. He cuts back. And at that point, it's when we lose possession. Miller there. The ball, yep, offside given. Just as well as Kay and Sonny Jane were both breaking forward. Quick ball out to Friedman. Friedman here on the right side, near touchline. Jenna makes an early run, but I think he was off. Yes, and the referee gives him his offside. Good idea. Unfortunately, the forward run was a little faster than the pass. Ackley and Miller now working the ball. Peratt on that far side, wearing the captain's armband. Aparicio coming short for the ball. Cole plays it forward. Lands 21, K. And Sonny Jane there playing the ball forward towards number 19. That's Campbell. Matt Williams, though, quickly down. Shin Harada now with the ball, looking forward. Matt Williams will play a short ball out to Granger and on to Harada. Harada plays it back to Matty Williams. And complaint there about the ball not having enough air in it, and Williams will kick it into touch. Seems to be an ongoing theme this year. Fourth official is unable to keep the balls pumped to the required amount, and Kay gives the ball back sportingly. Harada now back to Williams. Lions looking to see some openings here. Granger dropping back and playing it out to Harada. Friedman on this near touchline. Ball played forward. One in the air by Campbell. Miller now trying to break forward. Ben Sweat cuts back. Quick touch by Sweat. And he plays it forward to Cruyff, and the ball will go out. And I'm being joined today by the new academy coach. How are you doing there, Sid?
I'm good, I'm good.
You look a little warm.
I just came from outside, huh?
It is a hot day today. You've been training with the kids?
Yeah, we had a small 4v4 tournament outside.
Okay. So any predictions for today's game?
Yeah, I think it should be a good game. I mean, is this on already? Or?
It should be on. You should be good to go.
Yeah, okay.
Unfortunately, you can't hear me in the headphones. You can only hear me talking, so
yeah, I need to
something you got to get used to.
Figure something out here. Yeah. There we go.
I was just saying earlier, this is supposedly the lineup that Matt's been wanting to put on the field since he got here, and it's the first time through injuries and suspension that he's been able to put that lineup out. So
yeah.
Curious to see if it works well.
Yeah, Matt's been implementing his own ideas about the game, and he brought in some players that he knows, and so yeah, I'm also curious to see how this lineup works out. Definitely.
Yeah, I've liked Jenna. He's brought a bit of speed to that front line. I know we've been short since Schoenfeld left. Oh, Harada in strongly on the challenge there. And Campbell, the recipient of that check. Referee's going to allow the assistant on to have a look at Campbell. And Harada will get a talking to.
All right.
Am I right in thinking that Jenna came from his team that he was down in Florida with?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Jenna he played for Ocala Stampede, where Matt was the technical director. Yeah.
And Camacho, is he another one of the players that Matt brought in, or is he someone that we'd been looking at before?
He came from Matt as well. He knew him as well. He was playing in New York.
Okay.
Yeah.
Campbell's slow getting up, but he is up on his feet. Shaken up by that challenge. Sonny Jane standing over the ball. Looks like he'll be the player to play it in. Only 4 Hammerheads, 3 in the box, 1 on the edge of the area there. Matt Williams making sure his wall is in place. Ball delivered into the middle. Oh, wow. Wide open player there in the middle of the box. I have to say that was a poor piece of defending. As we try to see which number that is on. Still waiting to see which player that was that scored for the Hammerheads. I'm not familiar with their players by sight. He has a distinctive hairstyle.
9.
Is it 9?
Yeah.
Ochoa?
Yeah.
So they're in the 9th minute. Ochoa wide open in the box.
In the 10th minute, Hammerheads goal by number 9, Samuel Ochoa.
Disappointing start there early on in the game. Camacho with the ball forward. Jana trying to get behind. Acrobatic clearance. Vickers now looking for some support. Walker plays it outside, but it's cut out. Sonny Jane there, quickly out to Ochoa. Back to Jane, who's tripped there by Brock Granger in the middle of the field, and the referee saw it.
Players are working as our ball kids.
See Aparicio complaining to the referee about the challenges.
Dayton Christian Schools.
Facebook. Visit the USL Pro fan page on Facebook at facebook.com/USL Pro. That's facebook.com/USL Pro.
And finally, the Riverside Youth
Ackley plays it out to Peratt.
Very big welcome, please.
Peratt working with Miller on that sideline. Played back inside to Nicholson. First time I've seen him on the ball. And Matt Wyatt just plays that ball out. Brock Ranger puts a foot in, and Jenna now with the ball tries to turn, unable to control it. Cole Campbell on this near touchline. Peratt outside him. Peratt will just play it back to Stuver. Stuver lobs the ball forward. That's Peratt on the ball. And he'll play it forward. Looking for the run by Ochoa, but it was cut out. Brock Ranger tries to release Jenna on a quick run. The Hammerheads just holding the ball, playing it around the back line, up to Campbell. So Sid, is it true that after this game, the Columbus Crew players will be heading back up to Columbus for the rest of the season, now that our season's coming to an end?
Yes. We actually played the Columbus Crew last Wednesday in a scrimmage. Also to give an opportunity to our guys, to show their skills to the coaching staff down there. But yeah, actually they played a game tonight. They'll be heading back to Columbus tomorrow and expected to train on Monday. So yeah, I mean, I think all the players that came down here were a big help for us,
Absolutely.
And, especially Schoenfeld was very successful with the goals he scored, and he's playing now, and he's part of the the players that actually get a lot of playing time with Columbus. So no, it's been a positive partnership for us and for the crew as well. So yeah, we wish them the best of luck, and hopefully they can get some minutes this year.
Yeah, I've been pleasantly surprised. The crew have been very good about lending players out and working with you guys on this, and yeah, I hope it continues on. It's definitely a benefit. Though, of course, you say that, and then relying on Schoenfeld for so long in the season before he gets called back up, kind of left a little bit of a void.
Yeah. And the same with Kevon George. At the beginning of the season, was a strong center back for us. Was doing well and gets pulled up, and we have to work with that.
Yes.
So Wyatt came back and he's playing well for us as well. But it's been good. I mean, Sweat's down here when he needs to help out, and I think the only reason why we don't have more players helping out is because they also have been struggling with injuries themselves, and
a World Cup year didn't help when they had a couple of players gone for that too.
Yeah.
Vickers breaking forward, Friedman on the near touchline, but that play was broken up. Miller now plays it out to Nicholson. Ackley back to Nicholson. Now here to Campbell. Again, content to just possess the ball, not in a hurry to push it forward, looking for their openings. Ochoa. Good tackle by Vickers. Wyatt will work the ball around. Wyatt's impressed me. He's been one of the more solid players this year, I think. Never seems to get too flustered.
Yeah, Wyatt is very, very calm on the ball. A very intelligent player in the back line as well. Lacks a little bit in speed sometimes, but makes it up with very intelligent positioning in the back line.
I had that opportunity to go see the crew when they played Crystal Palace, and a lot of our players got opportunities in the second half of that game as a friendly, and he didn't look out of place out there, and they actually put him on Shamak for a while, which is pretty impressive. Vickers now trying to get through as Campbell just gets his toe in and then gets caught late by Jenna. Friedman wrestled off the ball. Sonny Jane laying it inside. Kay will now go cross field to the captain. Peratt now looking up. Good tackle, Camacho getting in, but the referee decides that was an unfair challenge by Brock. Granger just back himself, last home game, got a red card. Missed the last away game to Orlando, which, considering the score, it looked like he was missed.
Yeah, Orlando was a tough trip. I mean, the guys, to me personally, looked a little bit like they were a little over-impressed, with the atmosphere and a sold-out stadium, but missing Brock. Ross Friedman was injured. Cruyff wasn't there. Walker was injured as well. So
how many does that stadium hold?
Where they're playing it right now, if I'm not, it doesn't hold as much. Maybe 3,000 to 4,000 where they're playing right now at Disney.
That's still a lot more than they're used to playing in front of.
Yeah. But it's not only a big crowd, it's also a positively aggressive crowd. I mean, they're singing and making noise, and I know they were throwing stuff at Matt Williams. I mean, it's a real soccer environment,
Sure.
like we know to.
Free kick is played in this time. Straight in from the free kick. I was going to say, it looked like Wyatt wrapped up Ochoa better, and ball went straight over the top of both and past Matty Williams and into the goal. 16th minute.
17th minute. Hammerheads goal by number 11, Sonny Jane.
It's one of those unfortunate free kicks. Everybody's looking for the head, and it doesn't come, and the ball just keeps going. Matt Williams frustrated. It's almost like a curse being at home this season.
Yeah, talk to me about it, man.
Well, I know you had a lot of good results earlier in the season away from home. It seemed like every time you came home, lose by the odd goal here or odd goal there.
Yeah, I mean, it's 2 or 3 wins at home, and we would still be playing for playoffs. I mean, away has been great.
Yes.
We have the second best away record of the season. The explanation to it, I wish I would know.
I know. I talked with Catherine earlier in the season about that. I said, is it because they're together? You're controlling what they eat when they go to bed and everything else. At home, they're on their own, or is it as simple as that? Is there something more to it? The teams come here more defensive-minded, and it's harder to break down. I don't know.
No, I mean, yes, we control what they eat, and we control when they sleep. But saying that, that would also mean that they don't eat the right things and don't sleep and don't rest enough when they're at home. And then at the end of the day, I mean, they're professionals, so that's an expectation that we have from them. But yes, I mean, we don't have control over that. But I don't think that these guys live an unprofessional life. But
how's the team spirit? I mean, when you're on the road, obviously you're kind of forced to be together, and those are the people you're around. And when you're at home, again, you kind of get away from that close-knitness. I mean, has team spirit been fairly good throughout? It's
been good. I mean, the guys spend a lot of time in each other's houses with barbecues, and I know they actually prefer to spend time as a team than to go out to a bar or to a restaurant.
Right.
So, I mean, team spirit has been good, and let's see this 2 versus 2 right here.
Yeah, nice straight by Cruyff. Stole the ball, going into the box, challenging the defender.
Nothing. No.
Got frustrated too early, and the referee didn't see any problem with that. So another couple of strides, he'd have been in the box. Nice control there by Ochoa. Ochoa bring the ball across field to Campbell. Campbell into Sonny Jane. Oh, Brock Ranger catching him from behind. Second or third foul by Brock. He's got to be careful. I think the referee will start to look at that accumulation of fouls. I see the coach for the Hammerheads on his feet talking to the assistant referee there, complaining. I think he's noticed too that it's the same player made a couple of fouls now. Everybody's going to leave the ball to Jane. Again, just the 4 attackers in the box, and yet we've seen 2 goals come from similar situations. Quickly taken free kick, too quick for the referee. Not sure what the problem was there.
I think he needs to take it at the whistle.
Is he worried about moving the ball back? I don't think so. Ball sent deep.
I see, and this has been an issue the whole season. The lack of aggressiveness in the duels. I mean, you can see the first goal gets an open header. Today, this as well gets again an open header.
Yeah,
it's just the contact in the box. Knowing where your mark is, staying on your man. trying to beat him to the ball. Those things have been lacking, and today especially, you know, a team it's the last game of the season, so the urgency seems like it's not there, unfortunately. You know, I mean, it's the last game of the season. You should give your home fans a win today. You know, so nothing to lose, just go for it. But
as a defender myself, I can appreciate it, especially on the free kicks in the corners. You've got to watch not just the ball, but the runners coming in, because you've got to get your body between them, because they will have the advantage in the jump usually.
Here we go, take it.
Ball played in. Walker trying to get there, but Campbell just clears it away, hacks it up to the halfway line.
I mean, the mindset in defensive set pieces, it's very simple. If I'm marking the player, I'll stay on that man, you know, and I'll do whatever I can for not it to be him to score the goal. But it's a mindset you have to have, you know. I see way too much space to play. You know?
And it does look like it's man-for-man marking. It's not a space marking system when those crosses are coming in. It looks like the players are picking who they're going to be on. Miller will keep that in on the far side, get the cross in, and Wyatt will clear. Good to see Walker back in the field. I know he's been injured. I thought his season might have been done, but he's made it back for that last game. Cruyff too.
Yeah, I think Walker would surprise me if he goes more than 50 to 55 minutes.
Okay.
And Joshua, we'll see.
So we know the crew players are going to go back up to Columbus. Are there any of the Lions players being asked to go up there and train too?
We've been in talks about possibly 1-2 players going up there for training. The thing is, I mean, they're in a crucial phase of their season right now. You know, they got 8 games left. They got to compete for playoffs. So I don't think they want any distractions right now. So I think later on the season, once they reach playoffs or after the season, they might call a couple of the guys in. I think on a short term, probably not.
And how does that work at that level? You know, I'm not familiar with how the setup is. I mean, when they go up there, they get called up. Are they on their own dime up there to train with the crew, or does the crew actually provide them somewhere to stay?
The crew does. They have the possibility to provide them with the place to stay. The players that we talked about, they would probably stay here in Dayton. We would provide them with the housing.
Yeah.
And then they have to commute back there. Plus, I know that the crew guys, you know, Friedman and Walker and even Sweat, they're willing to host some of the guys for a week. You know, they got an extra bedroom. I mean, the guys help each other out as well.
That's nice.
You know, I mean, that's been good as well the whole season.
I know for the Palace game that Kevon and Schoenfeld set aside tickets. A lot of the guys went up there. I was fortunate enough to go up there with a couple of the folks too. And I thought that was pretty neat of them to do that for us, so that was great.
I mean, the guys, they understand that despite the fact that we didn't have the results everybody wanted, they got a lot of minutes, you know, a lot of playing time. And they also realized that they probably wouldn't have gotten that many minutes at the crew, you know. And it's a big difference going from college to MLS.
Oh, absolutely.
So it's good for them, you know. I mean, they got the minutes, they got to play. So they appreciate that. So if they can help us out as staff or even teammates that they played with, they're the first ones to do so. I mean, it's all been great guys that came down for the crew to play for us and train with us.
That's great to hear. Cole and Aparicio just moving the ball around. Again, no hurry, 2-0 up. Ball played through there to Kay. Kay looking for the run ahead by Sonny Jane. The ball just overhit slightly. Matty Williams will pick that up.
Nike is a proud sponsor of the USL Pro.
Shin on the ball. Friedman on this touchline. Ben Sweat making a move up the far touchline. Ball played into Vickers, who looks out to Ben.
See, no movement, no depth, you know. Ben wants to give the ball, and there's no run up top. So
that's something I've seen a lot this season. It seems like the front line has been very static.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's easy to criticize from up here, of course, but that's just something I've noticed from my experiences. You know.
The thing is, I mean, what you see, and we all see that, you know, the problem is getting the players to understand when and how and make those runs. And it's been a struggle. Definitely been a struggle.
Sure. Cole now plays it across to the far side. Back into Nicholson. Nicholson to Sonny Jane. Ball makes its way from Cole. Aparicio, Campbell. Nice control. Playing the ball wide. Nicholson on the chase. He gets there. And the ball goes out of play as he tries to get around Ben Sweat. Macho tussling for the ball. Surprised the referee isn't going to blow. And he does finally. Seems to be dangerous with too many people hacking away there. Twitter, make sure to follow the USL Pro on Twitter for all the latest updates. That's ATUSL Pro on Twitter for all the latest updates. Macho and the referee having a little chat there, but quickly played out wide. And Ben Sweat cuts out the cross. Miller looks frustrated with himself. Macho now trying to switch the play. Friedman makes a run on this near touch line, and it's Friedman that he's targeting. Campbell sees it and cuts it out. Walker tries to win it back. Cruyff now, 3 players around him. Nice tackle by Friedman. The ball will ricochet out for a Dutch Lions throw. Jana plays it into Walker. Friedman will play it back. Shin into Camacho. Ben Sweat on the far side, open.
Well, see, this is what we want to look for. So he has the ball right now. Vickers on top has to make an inside run so that Ben Sweat can overlap on the other side. You see, so that space, creating those runs, call it a dummy run if you want. You know, that's something that's been missing the whole year. It's been a lot of reacting,
yes,
but a lot of lack of anticipating. You know, making the run, creating space for your teammate. It's
there's a lot more to it than a lot of folks realize.
Yeah.
If you want to try and pull that defender out of position or create that space. The ball over the top, but Ochoa is offside. Rada to Walker to Camacho. Friedman on the touchline again. Jana makes a run. Cruyff in the middle.
See, that was a good run, you know. Janae ran into the corner and Cruyff created space for Cruyff in the middle.
But I wanted to see Cruyff attack that, you know, go at it faster.
Right away.
Because then the defender's committed into fouling or trying to...
See, same thing. Cruyff has to stay away now.
Nice cut in by Friedman, makes a little bit of space. Cruyff there. Tries to take on the player.
Corner.
Gets a corner. That's what I always think is when they're kind of static, and then like there, Cruyff had the ball, and I would think that's when he should have accelerated into the space. The Lions now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the area. Walker going in 6. Camacho at the top of the D. They make the move. Vickers plays it in. Harada tries that near post.
Shin should have had that close, huh?
Ball in again. Just the wrong side of Jenna. Vickers not giving up on the ball. He'll play it back around. Wyatt to Camacho. Plenty of Lions forward still. Friedman making the run on the outside is spotted. The ball just played a little too hard there by Brock Ranger. Good idea, but a little too hard. How much do the conditions come into play? You know, I grew up in Europe. I know you did. It's a lot cooler there. When I see out here, sometimes it just looks like the energy level's a little bit down, but the condition like today is a very hot day. It's not a comfortable day to be running around.
No, it's not, but I mean, first of all, it's like that for both teams.
Sure.
Secondly, that's when the pace of the ball has to be high, and that doesn't mean that you got to run a lot. It means that the ball has to go quicker from feet to feet. If every time you have the ball, you're going to dribble and then play it, that costs a lot more energy to just play it quick. And if you notice, a lot of times player is open, they decide to go on a dribble and play the same guy that was open before.
Right.
So that's very important to save your energy. And then understanding how to slow down the game as well at moments. Like Wilmington is clearly just slowing down the game. They have the lead. They're just keeping possession. The field's nice and wide. Now they lose the ball, they tuck back in.
Yep. As soon as they tried to force it, that's when they gave the ball away.
Exactly. There's a lot. It's a team with confidence. It's a team that's playing with calm. It's making us chase. I mean, look how long he has on the ball. Just keep it. And if we don't play a lot more aggressive and press a little higher, then this is going to be what we see throughout the 90 minutes. But conditions is something you have to play with. I mean, it's hardly ever perfect. Or it's too hot, or it's too cold, or it's too rainy, or
And the synthetic field definitely gives off extra heat. Yep.
But we've been training on this field in these conditions. It's been like this for the last couple of days, so
it
should not be an excuse.
Vickers trying to work something on the far side, and it just goes out. So Wilmington in no hurry there to take the throw. Pratt will take the throw for Wilmington. Aparicio makes himself available. Ackerley back to Pratt. Moves forward. Camacho tries to spin around. Shin Harada cleans that up, and it goes back to Wilmington. Cole. Wilmington content just to play the ball around, like I say, looking for an opening. And finally, the long ball played forward. And just a little too hard. Ball played through by Nicholson. And just bounced out.
A special thank you to our team physicians and athletic trainers. Our team physicians are Dr. Matt Heckler, Dr. John Murphy IV, Dr. Matt Roberts, and Dr. Jan Saunders. We would also like to thank
And Sweat looking forward. Williams to Harada. Friedman again on this near touchline is open. Camacho.
See, go. See? Got all this space. Just make the run.
Just make the run, yeah. A little bit more movement up front. Cruyff now trying to come in from the left-hand side, but cut out by Peratt. Nice challenge.
See, same thing. It's a reaction to Brock's pass. It's not. He doesn't make the run for Brock to pass it to him. No, it's a reaction, and it's crucial. That's what makes the difference at the highest level. Those guys are constantly anticipating what's going on, constantly moving as a group, up and down, left and right. And at this level, there's too much reaction. You know what I'm saying?
It's funny. I'm hearing you say that, and it's exactly what I tell my daughter. And you've coached her before. It's like you can't wait for them to pass it to you. You need to make the run for them to pass to. Jana having to force all the way back up the field, and here's a chance for Wilmington to break forward.
And this is what wastes energy. You see Ross has to track all the way back.
Yes.
So he's not going to make that run the next 5 minutes.
Choa cuts across. Kay is holding on to the ball. Now the Lions on the back foot. Aparicio trying to dink forward, try to force it. Bad ball out. Vickers unable to get there. Barat, Nicholson. Kay turns Walker out. Campbell makes himself available. Nice ball. Campbell tries to bring it in, and it will go out for a corner. 34th minute. Nike. Nike is a proud sponsor of USL Pro. Follow at Nike Soccer on Twitter for all the latest Nike Soccer information. That's at Nike Soccer on Twitter. And again, you can see who's the team in control is. They're taking their sweet time for this corner. No rush to get down there.
A decent crowd today. Oh, God. If you look on your left.
Legion in good voice. Ben Sweat wins that header. Ball boggles around. Granger finally kicks it forward. Cruyff now with his player on his back. Trying to find some space, and Friedman plays it back to Williams. And out to Ben Sweat with room to go forward. Vickers makes a good run.
Good.
And Vickers chasing that one, but I think he's going to lose out to the bigger defender, and he does. It's well covered by Ackley. Nicholson now will bring it over to Campbell on this near side. Campbell and Cole, and again back out to Ackley. Right into Nicholson. Wilmington content just to play little triangles across the back line there. Brock Ranger steps in, tries to win it back. Nice footwork by Sonny Jane. Jane gets referee getting in their way a little bit. Nicholson now plays it out to Peratt. Peratt sends a long ball forward, aimed at Kay, and he's offside. The Lions gained about 10 yards on that restart, but nobody seems to be complaining. Friedman again on this near side. Cruyff starts to jog forward. Walker into Granger. Ben Sweat wide on the left. Sweat the target. Sweat brings it down. Looking for help. Vickers checks inside, but there's no other movement, and Ben Sweat forced to check back inside. Camacho makes himself available. Granger, a quick pass into Walker. He had more time to do something.
This is good. There you go. Exactly. You know. All right. All right. See, quick playing, quick triangle in the middle, and then look for the width. That's. I mean, that's. You'll do that more often. That was good.
Cruyff stepping in front of Cole there. Stop the quick kick.
And plus, you see there's 50 yards between our back line and our front line.
Yes.
So these gaps right here, it's going to be like this the whole day, you know.
Loose ball there, it'll be a Lions ball. So Brad Stuver, crew player, was on our roster at the beginning of the season. I'm assuming because Matt Williams didn't go, we weren't going to be able to give him the playing time they were looking for. Is that how he ended up at Wilmington?
Yeah, I mean Brad is a good goalkeeper, and Columbus wants to give him minutes, and he wasn't getting those with us because I mean Matt Williams is a great keeper.
Yes.
So I mean that's so they pulled him back, and he was training there, and now he's getting the minutes he needs in Wilmington, and it's done great for him. He was team of the week this last week, and has been solid today, although he hasn't been that busy. But you know when he coaches a lot, he's strong in the positioning. He's very strong in the long shots as well. And the reason why we chose for Matt is just distribution-wise.
Sure.
You know.
Well, and consistency. Matt's been there for a while, and we owe it to him. He's never really let us down. Yeah, I speculated that might have been the reason, but didn't know for sure.
Tonight, you can get a Chick-fil-A sandwich in our concession stand. Get them all in last.
Jana just mobbed off the ball by 3 defenders. Campbell, simple throwback. Cole play that across to Ackerley on the far side. Up to his captain. And again, no force, no rush here from the Hammerheads, taking their time. Looking for the easy passes. Foul there as Ben Sweat tries to get the ball back. Haven't seen Shane lately. What's been up with Shane Smith?
Technical decision. Nothing. He's available, but there's a couple of guys that Matt's decided not to play, and
okay.
So there's no there's no real explanation for that.
Well, I know he does a lot of coaching for you with the kids, and I know he's very popular with the kids. So
yeah.
I'm sure the team's loss is your gain?
Yeah, I don't mind. I really don't mind. I mean, he's a great guy, great personality, great coach. Kids love him.
Yep.
But the deal with him, I mean, I told him right away, if you have, if you're playing, then we'll use you less on the field. But yeah, Matt's decided not to play him as much. So
that is something I've seen. You see Eddie and Eric Kissinger also. When they're doing the coaching, it does affect their ability to play for the team.
No, definitely. I mean, especially Eric, besides the coaching, he also is also a full-time school teacher. Eddie is as DOC up there and has a couple of teams. And I mean, it's not easy on a Saturday if you have to coach 4 teams, and then at night you're expected to perform. But we all knew that when we brought them in. I mean, it's all guys that can play at this level, So it's a decision, but it does affect their performance, definitely.
And Sweat to play it in. Jenna now inside the box, trying to make himself a bit of room. Ball out to Camacho, tries a shot with the outside of his foot, but wide of the post. No trouble for Stuver. I think a nice idea. Execution at the end let us down.
Yeah, but there's opportunities there. I mean, if you saw how lackadaisical the Wilmington defense was over there, no pressure on the ball. I mean, just play those forwards in the feet and relax and keep the ball moving, and we'll have chances. I mean, it's as simple as that. But didn't they play? They played Orlando a couple of days back, right? 2 days ago, 3 days ago.
Yep, a 0-0 tie.
And I know they got Rochester coming up, so I mean they're not going to go full out. So there's
I was looking. I mean, they're pretty safe right now. They need to. I think the goal difference between them and the team that could pass them up, they got to lose 13 goals in 2 games. So I think they're pretty assured of their place into the playoffs. Ball played over the top. Kay is inside the box. Tries to get the shot in. And Friedman able to bundle that away.
So Wynn bumps them up to 38.
Yeah. And they're the only team that can catch as the Riverhounds by my estimation. And they've got a negative goal difference of 13.
No, because Pittsburgh has only 1 game left.
Yeah.
So Wilmington pops to 38 today, then they're safe. Substitution coming?
Could be. See Bolin stripped off, being taught to by the coach. It's 43rd minute, though. I'm wondering, would that not wait till halftime as the ball is kicked over by Camacho? Do you see these two coming in right now, right before the half?
Yeah, maybe he wants to get them sweaty before they go into the locker room. Get some touches in right before the game, before halftime. I mean,
interesting decision. I think I'd have waited till the whistle, but Bolin and Clemens definitely look like they're getting ready to come onto the field.
I mean, Ross might be struggling with his injury, maybe, or.
Harada, beautiful ball forward. Jenna speed, breaking into the box. First time shot, and Stuver with a good save with his legs.
See, but that's a good run, It gives depth. It's a nice pass coming from the back. I mean, that's
beautiful ball by Harada. And the referee's going to bring the play back for the challenge that here in the Wilmington half, and it looks like we will see 2 substitutions coming in here in the 43rd minute. Looks like Cruyff, who was one of our injured players, coming back, is coming off for Clemens. Oh, Friedman came out, huh?
Yeah, Ross and Cruyff.
Okay. That was Bolin that came in, number 24.
In the 45th minute, Dayton substitutions. Number 24,
and Bolin immediately charging down this near touchline.
Ross Friedman, and number 9, David Clemens, in for number 14, Joshua Fry.
Those look like straightforward swaps. I don't see any tactical change per se. Bolin getting on the ball early. Granger now. Vickers caught out in the middle. Sold short by the pass. And Ochoa will play it out to Peratt. Peratt and Nicholson just playing with the ball, using up some time.
You can see Clemens pressing a little bit higher, more aggressive on the ball than Cruyff was being. And maybe the idea was to try to get fresh legs in there, 100%, and try to get a goal, you know, right before halftime.
Long ball forward, and a nice ball forward by Aparicio. Good defending by Ben Sweat to win the ball back. Push it up to Vickers. Vickers forced to check back. Vickers looking out, Bolin on this touchline, plays it to Harada. And the referee blows for halftime, and at halftime it is the Dayton Dutch Lions 0, Wilmington Hammerheads 2. Goals in the 9th and 16th minute by Ochoa and by Sonny Jane. USL Pro on YouTube. Every USL Pro regular season and playoff game will stream live on YouTube in 2014. Features include DVR, chat, and social media interactivity. Subscribe for free to the Dutch Lions on YouTube for the YouTube channel today. That's it for this half, and we will be back for the second half, and hopefully a turnaround by the Lions. Sid, thank you very much for coming up here. Are you going to be here for the second half too?
Yeah.
Awesome.
I'll be here.
I like hearing this tactical stuff. All right, guys. Thank you.
1,220 erupt.
There's a company the Miami Valley can count on to shed light on new ways to conserve, to help empower our region, to help take the first steps into the future. Our rebates on new air conditioners and heat pumps, discounts on CFLs, and free refrigerator recycling are just a few ways you can save both money and energy. Tomorrow starts today with DP&L.
Having fun at the supermarket is one thing. Making time to do it is another. That's why Dr. Sears suggests Step 9. Add a whole food-based supplement to the family diet.
There's no substitute for just wholesome, real, whole foods. The fact is, children have erratic eating habits, and we don't live in an ideal world.
That's why Dr. Sears recommends Juice Plus to his patients.
The difference about Juice Plus is from 17 different fruits and vegetables, all conveniently packaged in a little capsule. Many vitamins, many minerals, and many phytonutrients, all those acting together. Even though Juice Plus comes in a capsule and could be perceived as a pill, it really belongs in the skills model, because Juice Plus helps the body muster up its own internal medicine. The fruits and vegetables in Juice Plus are natural phytos, those phytonutrients we talk about, the immune boosters. Juice Plus is like an insurance policy to make sure you get the necessary or optimal level of all these immune boosters. I found out about Juice Plus through my wife. I was recovering from colon cancer. And one night after chemotherapy and radiation, I sat down at the table and my wife shows me these 4 little capsules, 2 pink and 2 green. I said, Martha, what are these? And she said, never mind, just take them. So I simply took them. But being a doctor, I said, I got to find out what's in these capsules. So I started studying about Juice Plus. And I looked at the science of Juice Plus, reputable journals showing how much healthier people are after taking Juice Plus. And then I thought, if it helps me, I want my whole family to take it. And then I started using it in our pediatric practice, and I noticed the health differences. One of the things that impressed me about Juice Plus is how well researched it is. Many companies spend a lot on advertising and not very much on basic research. Juice Plus was just the opposite. Little on advertising, a lot on research. As a doctor, that impressed me. And what really impressed me is the effects I've seen in my pediatric practice. I would take children who were sick all the time, who had terrible eating habits, and put them on Juice Plus, and then moms would come in maybe a year later and say, the reason, Dr. Bill, you haven't seen us so often is because my child is so much healthier after taking Juice Plus. Parents would say, you know, Dr. Bill, something surprisingly happened. When my child started taking Juice Plus, my child would eat more fruits and vegetables. I said, wow, that's interesting. So back to the books. Why? I was curious. Why would children willingly eat more fruits and vegetables after taking Juice Plus? And I found it's the old concept of metabolic programming. It's like you're giving the child all these fruits and vegetables, and the body says, wow, that's good for me. Give me more.
Western Ohio Graphics is a full-service commercial printing, advertising, and fulfillment company.
Right,
From
soccer
concept
fans,
to
welcome back
delivery.
To the second half here on this warm evening here at Dayton Outpatient Center Stadium. Dayton Lions 0, Wilmington Hammerheads 2. 2 quick goals for the Hammerheads, both off free kicks. 9th minute, Ochoa hitting in the free kick on the 6-yard line there, wide open. And then the 16th minute, Sonny Jane crossing the ball into the box, missed everybody and ended up in the back of the net, much to the frustration of Matty Williams. So I have another partner here in the box, sir, if you'd like to introduce yourself.
All right, my name is Tommy Harlan, and here we go for the second half as the Lions get taken down with a turnover. Shot.
And into the back of the net.
Into the back of the net.
So a
turnover about midfield. Does the Lions here? Does the Lions in
Papa
here?
John's instant replay here. Sonny Jane just driving into the box, getting that quick shot off and out of the reach of Matty Williams.
Made a nice little move and was able to find a little breathing room to get that one in the back of the net.
That's his second for the evening. Substitution to let you know about on the Hammerhead side. Number 21, Kay, has come out of the game, and in his place, number 15, Tomaselli. Don't know that he had a chance to touch the ball yet, but the Hammerheads put in a quick goal, and it's now 3-0 for the Hammerheads.
So what you didn't want as a Lions fan, a quick goal to kind of take the wind out of your sails here early.
It's been the season so far at home. Everything that could go wrong has gone wrong. Ben Sweat now looking to try and bring the ball forward. One of the substitutes had 2 early substitutions just before halftime for the Lions.
And a little too strong.
So Boland, number 24, came in for Ross Friedman, who started the game, and also number 9, Clemens, came in for number 14, Cruyff.
So the Lions seem to be a little flat-footed tonight.
Yep, not seeing a lot of movement up front, which has been kind of the thing we've noticed all season. And Weston on his feet, complaining about something to the referee. And they'll call the ball back to retake that kick. I'm not sure how many games you've had a chance to see this season, but even when we've been playing aggressively and pushing forward and forcing numbers, it seems like that breakaway, boom, goal behind, and we're trying to dig out of that hole. Today, a little slower, flatter game, same thing. A couple of quick breaks, free kicks, and we're behind again.
Yep, I like the aggressive play, but I think we're sometimes overplaying ourselves and kind of out of character, moving a little too fast for ourselves as that one's hitting into the box.
And of course, playing against one of our own goalkeepers there, and he's having a great season now with the Hammerheads.
I think he gave the Hammerheads a little scouting report on the Lions here.
Oh, I'd be surprised if he didn't.
Oh.
I'd be disappointed if he did. He's a pro, you know, they're going to ask him, and he's going to let them know who to look out for. There's a reason in the EPL they don't let the lone players play against their home team.
Absolutely.
You don't want to put them in that position where they're forced to challenge or give up too much information on the players that are their home club. As Stuver picks up the ball there on the bounce and plays it out wide. Nicholson plays it back. And the Hammerheads again in no hurry to do anything at this point in the game.
Play keep away. If you're the Lions, you think you got to bring a couple more people up and kind of start to bring the defenders up a little bit and take a couple more chances.
It is a cat and mouse thing. Right now you're sitting back in a more defensive position, but you know, again, Hammerheads don't have to force anything. They can just keep playing the ball around. So then you push forward, you try to challenge for that ball, and you possibly leave an opening. But at this point, last game of the season, I think I'd be going for broke.
Absolutely. Try to end on a positive note here. Give the fans something to cheer about at least.
And you see this loyal fan base that comes out each week, and you hear the Legion down there playing their tunes.
The Vuvuzuela, and they have definitely been into this game even with a 3-0 deficit, which I think kind of keeps the players in the game.
Peratt now just playing it back again. Nothing forced now. Quick break, and that'll be offside. Will it? Yes.
There we go.
Assistant referee just waiting for the player to make a touch on the ball.
And the player knew it. The player knew it. He tried to sneak away with one.
Absolutely. Then Sweat will take the kick. Granger now looking for someone to be open. The Hammerheads forcing the play, not giving the Lions in the back any time to play from the back. That's a slight change from earlier.
I think they're trying to just force them into more mistakes. They've been mistake prone. You saw it early here in the second half. And if I'm the Hammerheads, I'd press until the Lions can show me they can handle the pressure.
Granger puts his shoulder there into Aparicio, and he goes down, and the referee calls the foul. Brock, a physical player.
Yeah.
And, he's given away a few fouls tonight. Surprised the referee hasn't at least talked to him about the number of fouls he's committed.
Mm-hmm. I think that one he got away with a little bit of a flop, but I didn't see much contact, but he went down and he got it.
Aparicio skipping around a couple of the Lions there, playing the ball outside. Campbell gets it, plays it inside. This is Tomaselli. Back to Campbell. And the shot just wide of the post there. USLProSoccer.com. Scores, stats, news, and more exclusively on USLProSoccer.com.
Good defense by the Lions.
Yep. A little more urgency in the play, I feel, right now. Jenna there gets the ball.
There we go.
Out wide to Vickers. Vickers will get to this one. Jenna breaks into the box. Walker on the edge of the box. Brock Granger gets it, looking for an opening. Can't turn.
Oh.
And Vickers theatrically falls to the ground and will get a free kick.
So we got a little pushing and shoving.
This is definitely an opportunity for the Lions to play the ball into the area and challenge for it.
Chance to get something going here.
Surprised Ben Sweat not going forward. He's 6'2", one of the biggest players on the team. You think he'd be wanting to get in there? Well, we have a substitution. And as I say that, the tallest player on the team, Joe Brookhuizen, comes in. And Matt Walker, who's coming off an injury, and we weren't expecting to see a whole game coming off. So let's see if Big Joe can make a difference in the area.
I think you got to go right to Joe here.
Vickers with the cross. Joe's in there.
Pretty good cross.
The ball breaks kindly for the Hammerheads. Jane here with a chance to lob it long, and he does, looking for Tomaselli on the far side. And he was taunting Matt Walker, but Matt Walker picks that ball up on the edge of the area.
And that was one of those, I think the Lions had a couple too many people up. Wilmington saw an opportunity and went for it. Now the Lions with an opportunity.
Sweat to Jana, to Bolin, who tries the shot. Cannons off of number 5, Cole. He's on the ball again now.
So the Lions starting to generate more opportunities here.
Yep, definitely up the tempo. It was a little slower first half. It's been a very hot evening. Brookhuizen trying to push his way through there. Campbell will clean up. Aparicio now with the ball. He'll play it out here to Peratt, the captain. Miller, 12, hugging the touchline. Looked like he was going for a run earlier and cut back. Sonny James had a very good game, not to mention a couple of goals. The Lions move the ball quicker now to the outside. Ben Sweat makes his way up this side on the touchline. Vickers comes inside. Harada will play it forward. Wyatt chips it through. Brookhuizen with the head. It goes on to Jana. And tackled unfairly by Ackley, according to the referee. And this is a promising position. This is one of those positions you expect Harada maybe to come up for the shot. He likes to take shots from this range.
It looked like Ackley. Ackley might have been a little too aggressive.
Not sure there was a real danger there, but there might be now with Harada taking the free kick. There may be some players lining up on the edge of the box, but I'd be surprised if Harada does chip it through. I do expect him to go for goal. Asking for the wall to go the full distance back, and the referee is trying to oblige.
Be about 15 yards out here.
Wilmington complaining about the placement of the ball. Harada moves it back a foot or two for the referee. Jenna stands there too. Brock Ranger standing in front of the wall, getting pushed around. Harada takes the shot. It's on target, but easy catch for Stuver to make.
And you called it. He went right for the goal. You had Big Joe on the outside there. I thought he might have gone for Joe, but good idea. He hit the ball solid, just right to the goalkeeper.
On target, something we haven't had a lot of this game. Yeah, you can kind of tell. You see that jumping shin step when he starts to move forward. You can tell he's got sights on goal. He's going to go take that free kick.
Absolutely.
Not too many going to argue with him.
Not shy about pulling the trigger.
And Wilmington again trying to patiently build up from the back, but Janae using the speed to come back and win it. Forced off the ball there. Quick turn by Jane. Nice ball out.
And here we go.
Miller now.
Oh.
And is he going to call it?
They're going to call it.
Assistant referee saying the shirt was pulled. Clear indication to the referee that there was some shirt pulling going on.
And he certainly pulled the shirt. He tried to get away with one. Wilmington got behind him, pulled the shirt. I think he settled it a little bit, but definitely got the tug, and I think that's why he got the call.
Plenty of fans here tonight, as you saw from that last shot. Facebook, visit the USL Pro fan page on Facebook at facebook.com/USL Pro. That's facebook.com/USL Pro. Jane looks like he'll be taking the free kick. Oh, Ben Sweat actually cautioned on that one. I didn't see the card, but I just heard the announcer. What is it, the 56th minute? Jane now, quick run through, plays it through to Campbell. Campbell will keep the ball in play, chip it into the area, but headed away by the Dutch Lions. That was a quick break.
Quick break. Campbell showed off his speed to get to the ball.
Did very well to keep that ball in play. Sonny Jane causing a lot of problems tonight. There's Sonny Jane. They'll take the corner there on the far side by the Pirate ship.
Do you think it's just the Lion players don't have the speed to keep up with them on the outside, or?
Well, I mean, he's a quick player, don't get me wrong, but I don't think it's speed so much as being alert to the danger and actually reacting to it quick enough. Ball played into the air, and it's into the middle of the box. Poor defending there. But the referee saw something he didn't like. Handball, I think, was given, and the ball is kicked away quickly by Matt Williams.
And it did look like definitely handball there. So the Lions go on a run here.
Vickers will keep that in play. Or not. Nope. Ball drifted out of play. I think Clemens could have played that through to Jenna or done better with the pass there, forcing it out to Vickers, and Vickers running out of room on this near side.
Absolutely.
Good idea. Lions living dangerously there. That ball bobbled around the box. Nobody reacted to it.
It sure did. It took a bounce right in front of the Wilmington player. Had a chance to gather it on his chest before a Lion player came up to challenge him.
Luckily for us, referee saw a hand in there and called it.
Lions are definitely playing with more urgency, but I think they're more in control this half than they were in the first. Other than the one mistake the second half so far, they've really controlled the pace a lot better, connected their passes. So they're doing better. It's not showed up on the scoreboard yet, but you see them coming out with more opportunities this half early than they did in the first.
I agree. We're not just sitting back and letting Wilmington play the ball at their own pace, which they have been doing very well in the first 45 minutes. But you have to be alert to the break. Wilmington obviously pretty good on the quick breaks too, as again, here's another chance. Ball played forward, but Harada will shepherd that back to Matty Williams. Williams will use Wyatt. Shin Harada looks forward, checks back. He and Wyatt playing with the ball now, looking for an opening forward. Ben Sweat on the touchline, tries to come inside and manages to. Looking for support, nothing moving for him fast enough.
Good idea, had nothing to go with.
Vickers trying to find Sweat. There is actually a line on the far side open. I think that's Bowling that's out there.
I think they had an opportunity. It seemed people forgot about him out there almost, and they're trying to get to him. Keeps the ball in play.
Camacho bringing it into Granger. Little interchange, ball moving faster now. That's what I like to see. Played into the box. Not the best of crosses, but Brookhausen was there. Now tussling on the far side, the assistant referee not liking what he saw. And a free kick will be given to the Wilmington Hammerheads.
A little hand fighting. I think that one you gotta let go. I think it was a little hand fighting on both players. No harm. I think no harm, no foul.
Saw Jenna talking to the referee. You can see the referee throwing his elbows up like there was a little bit too much arms going in there. Yeah, I wish I'd like to see a little bit more urgency in the first half. The second half line is definitely giving it. Oh, ball played inside. Aparicio playing out to Campbell. We play musical chairs up here in the press box, and with me again, Sid Van Drunen, former coach of the Lions, currently director of the academy, comes back. We were just talking a little bit earlier, saying a little bit more urgency from the Lions, a little more pressing, trying to speed it up a little bit.
Yeah, I think they're trying. I mean, they should. I mean, there's no excuse. You know, I mean, last game of the season, you're behind. Let's finish up with at least 100% effort. And
sure.
And they're trying. I mean, look, pressure is there.
Wilmington, though, looking I mean, they've been playing the ball slowly around the back, as you expect, with the lead, but dangerous on the attack. They're not shy to go forward when the opportunity arises. Had a couple of quick breaks.
Yeah.
Shin Harada now looking for someone to make the move. Jenna tries to make the run, comes out to Brookhausen. Joe will try the shot from distance and get the ricochet for a corner.
Every USL Pro regular season and playoff game will stream live on YouTube.
Twitter, make sure to follow ATUSL Pro on Twitter for all the latest updates. As we see there on the Papa John replay, ball going out for a corner, and it's Cameron Vickers will take that corner. Movement in the box, ball played long and deep. Cousin's back there, he'll keep it in play. Trying to swing it back around. Then Sweat will help it forward. Vickers there, back to Sweat. Sweat having a chance to look up, now Vickers. Brookhausen makes his way back into the box. He's the obvious target if they can get the ball up there. Stuver with the punch. And Brookhausen will let that one go out for the throw. Camacho going for the throw. Now Bolin. Used to seeing Wyatt take the long throws, but Bolin brings it back to Camacho. Harada across to Ben Sweat. Ben Sweat with some room to move if he wants. Vickers the support, quick passes. Granger. Dangerous ball though, Harada unable to get to it. Choa now outside of the foot. And good cover in the middle. Lions trying to play it down this left-hand side again. Vickers. Jenna now with some room to run. Calling on the far post. Oh, and Jenna goes down. Brookhausen was in the middle, and there was definitely a player making, I think it was Bolin, a run on the far side, calling for the ball.
Yeah, you can see there's a more urgency on the ball. They're trying to pass the ball a little quicker. You know, it wouldn't surprise me if they end up playing 1-versus-1 in the back and try to force something up top. You know, I mean, it's like I said, there's absolutely nothing to lose today.
Nothing more than the fans deserve. We saw an earlier shot there from Laura on the fan cam. We've got a good crowd here tonight.
Yeah.
Loyal fans.
The support, I mean, it hasn't been the high numbers, but it's been very steady. A lot of the same fans, and Orange Legion has been fantastic support for us, of course. And so it's, yeah, they definitely deserve a little bit more. There's an opportunity right here.
Yeah, everybody likes a winner. Brookhausen makes himself available
Good
again.
Ball. Lay it back.
After the overlap,
Oh,
play it straight across, and there was Brookhausen at the top of the D there, ready for the pullback.
Every single time, you got to play that ball back. I mean, the keeper is expecting it.
Yeah.
Opportunity was there. It's a great through ball.
We'll
So
look on
just
the
lay
Papa
it
John's
on the
instant
11.
replay here. Brad Stuver. Simple in the end. A nice challenge by Granger, and he goes in hard on the defender. Gets there a second late. Play on. Sonny Jane making the run. Miller now on the outside. Back into Sonny Jane. Marat Campbell is open on the far side. Ball gets across to Ack.
Yeah, going back to the lineup, Andy, you mentioned that this was what Coach Matt wanted to, but we still miss Sebastian here out here today.
Yep.
He's with the national team of Haiti. They play Chile on the 9th.
That's
So
true. That's true.
That's a positive thing, I think, for all of us. You know that Sebastian got that opportunity.
Well, Kevon earlier in the year got an opportunity for his country also.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
a couple of Lions there on international duty. That's great to see. And on the women's side too, I was seeing online that we just had one of our players signing up in Holland.
Yeah, Alex Warren signed professional with ADO Den Haag.
Uh-huh.
So that's been the second player in 2 years that signs professionally in Holland. So it's been a successful program. There it is.
Ball
It's
through
right there.
Jenna with the speed
Yeah.
now, and he's in front of the defender
PK.
and bundled over.
Come on.
And the referee waving that away, but
Come
it looked like
on.
he was pushed from behind and came down over the goalkeeper. And Sid, you felt that was a foul.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
We watched on the replay there. Seemed like a straightforward call. He did everything right. He got in front of the defender, put his body between the ball and the defender. Frustration, nothing breaking for the Lions right now. Sweat trying to get the ball in. Jenna's there, and the first time shot. Unable to bring it inside the post. But again, the Lions looking better moving forward. Here we see on the replay again. Nice cross in. First time shot from Jenna. Side foot. Probably could have done a little bit better. Couple of substitutions now for Wilmington.
In the 68th minute, Hammerhead substitutions. Number 10, Cody Arno in for number 11, Sonny Jane.
Sonny Jane coming out and Arnaud coming in.
Number 14, Corbin Bone in for number 7, Manu Aparicio.
And Aparicio coming out now. And coming in number 14, is that Bone?
yeah.
Couple more names to try and learn. Well, if Bone lost his shirt in the wash, or if he's a new player, but no name across the top. Let's point that out for the league.
I'm sure they'll let them know.
68th minute now.
They like to see a little bit more pressure on the ball, you know. I mean, a little more urgency of wanting the ball back.
Well, I think we've seen it a little bit better this half. Ranger there picking up pieces. Brookhausen now on the ball. Big Joe makes himself available a lot in the middle of the field, though I always feel I want to see him up front as a target more.
Yeah, he likes to come back and get the ball. And
higher pressing by the Lions. Trouble with pressing is everybody's got to do it. If there's only one or two of you, there's always going to be somebody open.
mm-hmm.
Peratt now on the ball. Back to Ackerley. Brad Stuver will just play it along onto the outside. Campbell.
That's stressfreeit.com.
Tomaselli, one of the substitutes. And again, just possession football.
Offside.
Looking for the break, but that's offside. And the assistant referee waiting there, but clearly offside by Ochoa.
Looks like a substitution coming up here.
Ika Kasitse. Looks like he is going to warm up. Usually plays in midfield. And Sweat. Vickers makes a run. Brookhuizen comes short. Plays it back to Ben. Then forced backwards. And the Lions will try to recycle this ball around. Matt Williams. Quick 1-2. I was saying about the pressing game there. Just one extra guy for the Lions, and it kind of all comes to naught. Wyatt, dangerous ball into Granger, but Clemens now will bring the ball forward. Vickers ahead of him. Tries to chip it through. Handball given. Jetta now on this left-hand side. Attacking the players, and yep, gets a foul this time. Peratt coming in with a challenge. That's what I like to see. You don't see them challenge them when you get towards the box there. Just taking on the defenders, forcing them to make a tackle.
Yeah, but that's what you want to create, you know, the 2 versus 1 situation on the side, and then play the player, leave him on a 1 versus 1, and then go for it. Cut inside and try to take the shot.
Substitution for the Lions in the 71st minute. Vickers will come out. He's put in a shift. He's been up and down that field. A lot of energy expended. Ika Kasitse will come in.
In the 72nd minute, Dayton substitution, number 7, Iraki Kusitse, in for number 17.
Shin Harada plays the ball in, comes in about waist height into the 6-yard box. Ricocheting around a little bit like a pinball now.
Oh, straight at the keeper.
Finally broke, and the shot came in there from Clemens, but Stuver grabs it. And we have a player down there for the Hammerheads in the penalty area. Chance for a water break for some of the Lions. In fact, most of the Lions coming over for a chance to get some liquids in. And it looks like cramp.
Don't blame him.
Yeah, it looks like cramp out there. It's nothing too serious. They're stretching them out. Brad Stuver taking away the job from the trainer.
That way he gets to stay on, you know?
Yeah, I guess. Again, fan cam, you can see good attendance here tonight for the Lions. Everybody hoping for a goal.
Yeah, I mean, I think we'll get one. I mean, it's been we had some chances already. The boys are pressing a little bit higher, winning the ball back a little earlier. So and there's still a lot of space between the back line and the front line.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, of course, Wilmington is already probably thinking about the next game coming up.
Sure.
So
with this win, they'll have a chance to rest a few players, I would think, before the playoffs.
Yeah, it depends. I mean, can they still get home advantage, or yeah, no, not really. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Top teams are a little safe, I think. Peratt now just playing the ball back into the middle. Probably recycle out to the left-hand side. Campbell is the extra player. There he is. A little too casual to play at times, but still they have the ball. Ackerley, Peratt. You'd appreciate this. Reminds me of the Dutch team in the World Cup, just playing the ball around that back line, cycling it back and forth. Something I think Manchester United might start doing soon.
Well, might take a while.
It's one of those teams, they talk about Di Maria and all the fours, Falcao, but you notice they picked up Blint and Roja, so a couple of defenders that snuck in.
Know the system that Van Gaal wants to play, so
right.
I wouldn't be
surprised.
It's a new system. It takes a while.
Wouldn't be surprised to see them getting some better results here in the very near future.
I definitely spend enough money.
Yes. A little more than your budget?
I can only dream.
The Hammerheads almost doing almost keep away ball at this point. Starting to look like one of those training drills where you just keep the ball and play it back and forth.
Yeah, but we still pressed, you know. Camacho went, followed his player. Brock's playing a little higher, so no, we got the ball back, you know. No.
Yep.
We just have to play the ball quick around. And it's 2 versus 2 in the center, so there's some opportunities there.
Again, kind of static there. I mean, Ika made a run back inside, but Ben Sweat's tendency is to want to go forward, and there wasn't anybody really making a movement forward of him. Ika again dropping back, trying to make himself available. And looked like they had advantage there, but the referee wants to bring it back and let Peratt get up on his feet.
Yeah, it scared me a little bit. Normally, if you don't call advantage, you're going to give a card. But luckily he didn't, because I think Sweat already has it.
Yeah, Ben has one already, so it wouldn't be good news. Clemens trying to challenge Campbell there. Jenna using his speed to cover across. He's been putting in some miles back and forth across that defensive line. Ball forward that Matt Wyatt will just play to Williams. Sweat again open this side. Maybe Williams looks for Brookhuizen in the middle. Wilmington now again just patient build up, not forcing anything.
Good.
Granger though challenged, the ball came loose, but it popped straight back to Wilmington player. Advantage played. Looking for Campbell on the far side, but that's cut out easily enough. Clemens again pressing forward.
How many subs did Dayton make? 3 so far?
4.
4 already?
Brookhuizen, Bolin, Clemens, and Ika.
I'm just curious to see if Scott will get his professional debut today.
Oh. Interesting to see. Keep an eye open for that. Wyatt now plays out to Ben Sweat on this near touch line. Again, he looks forward immediately.
Wide open, come on.
Clemens touched off to Camacho. Plays it out wide. Bolin now with room to move forward. Checks back inside, uses Clemens. Brookhuizen available again. Kind of takes the speed out of the game, though, sometimes. When he comes to Brookhuizen, when he plays it backwards, it kind of takes the momentum out of it a little bit. But Ben Sweat with the long ball in. Brookhuizen far side, but Campbell just gets a toe to it. It'll go out for a corner. Nike. Nike is a proud sponsor of USL Pro. Follow at Nike Soccer on Twitter for all the latest Nike soccer information. And the referee coming over here to talk to the 4th official about something. I'm not sure what that was about. The referee's quickly back on the field. Oh, he's pulling out a yellow card for somebody over here. Can't tell who that was for.
I think it's a Wilmington player. I'll try to keep following him.
Clemens in there challenging for that header. Ball in. Brookhuizen trying to bring it under control.
I think it was 5 that got yellow.
5 would be Cole for Wilmington, if that's who got the card. I didn't see what happened. Referee definitely came back to the 4th official and got a word in his ear. And then he went forward and brandished the card.
80th minute, caution issued to Dayton number 16, Brock Granger.
Was our player?
Oh, and the announcer who has radio contact down there with the 4th official is saying it's Brock Granger for Dayton that got the card.
Very strange.
I'm not sure what that was about.
Our team physicians and athletic trainers. Our team physicians are Dr. Matt Heckler, Dr. John Murphy IV, Dr. Matt Roberts, and Dr.
Wyatt venturing forward now from his normally defensive position.
We'd also like to thank our athletic trainers.
Clemens getting crowded in the middle. Clemens trying to make a little space for himself. Granger will play it back out. Clemens on the edge of the area. He'll have to turn. Faced immediately by a defender. Tried to play for the corner, and got the corner. Wasn't sure that came off the defender, but assistant referee saw it. Corner will come into the box. Challenge there by Wyatt. And goal kick is given.
Texas Roadhouse is an official sponsor of your Dayton Dutch Lions. Be sure to visit them at 2600 Carrollton Highway.
80th minute now.
For lunch, dinner, or for that special occasion.
Ackley on the ball. Plays it forward. Ben Sweat bowls over number 12, Miller, and then the referee will give the foul. Ben Sweat needs to be careful. Now, if Ben got a red card in this game, would that affect him if the crew wanted to play? Would he be serving a suspension there, or would it be at this level only?
That's a very good question. I think that it would just be this level. Depending, I think, as well how
obviously
how bad it was. I mean, if he hit somebody or if he spit, or no.
And that was too easy. Miller playing the ball forward gently. The oncoming player. Let's see them. We see on the Papa John replay, number 12 plays it through. And who was that scored? I was trying to see the number on that one. Was it Tomaselli? And we have a Wilmington player down on the far side.
In the 82nd minute, Hammerheads goal by number 14, Corbin Boone.
So it was the substitute Bone that scored the goal in the 80th minute. We do have a player down the far side, and we also have a substitution.
Yeah, Crody's professional debut.
So it's Scott Crody, who I'm hearing is making his his professional debut tonight.
Dayton substitution. Number 32, Scott Crody, in for number 30, Matt Williams.
Matt Williams, not much he could do with most of those goals, but still a Wilmington player down on the far side, and that's a little concerning. Matt Williams getting handshakes down the bench there as he comes off the field. And it is number 10, Arnaud, who's being helped off the field on the far side. Doesn't look like he's going to continue.
NetEdge Sport Video can deliver a video that puts you on top. College recruiting and game analysis, all sports, all video, all the time. NetEdge Sport Video.
USL Pro on YouTube. Every USL Pro regular season and playoff game will stream live on YouTube in 2014. Features include DVR, chat, and social media interactivity. Subscribe for free to the Dayton Dutch Lions on YouTube channel today. And the substitution is coming. Number 6, Davidson, will come in for Arnaud.
Yeah, for 10. He's injured. Ooh, nice shot.
Davidson is listed as a defender, so it looks like Wilmington's going to put an extra defender or an extra defensive-minded player.
Yeah, they're leaving one up top.
Stuger sends that long. Parada will bring it down under pressure. And the first touch of the ball there for our debutant. He sends a long ball forward, but unfortunately the two Lions were in offside position.
In the 84th minute, Hammerhead substitution, number 6, Christian Davidson, in for number 10, Cody Arnold.
Ball won back there by Brookhausen. Canna will make that run on the outside. Being pushed in the back the whole time by Davidson. Ball comes into the area, but it fell to the Hammerheads. Have a lone forward now. Number 9, Choa. Ball forced out to the right-hand side. Play it forward. Jenna again makes himself available with the run. Playing it into the box, not a bad idea. Iko is trying to get there. Campbell will clean up. Choa checks his run. The ball bounced kindly for him. I don't think he really knew what was going on, but he's now attacking the defense. Into the box. And Crody, first touch with his hands. Now roll the ball out. Help his confidence a little bit. Ika back for Ben Sweat. Ben Sweat switching across the field.
Dutch Lions saying it's time to get on your feet and make some noise, man. It's time for cheering with Rio.
5 minutes left now as Granger. Ben Sweat goes down. Not sure what he did, but Granger was looking to pass the ball, and Ben decided to take a knee and is now limping. All the substitutes used, so Ben will have to finish out the game. And Harada trying to play it through long, but miscommunication there. Stuber will lead up some more time. See a familiar pattern. Oh, Camacho now brings it forward. Granger with a chance to go forward.
There it is,
Nice
come on.
Ball through. Oh, and a nice save from Stuber. Clemens there with the shot. Tried to go across the goalkeeper to the left-hand side. But Stuver cross onto his right-hand side to push that ball wide, and it'll be a corner for the Lions.
The Dublin Pub has been a proud partner of the Dayton Dutch Lions since their premier season.
Interesting. I think that ball's out of the corner circle, but as long as nobody's complaining. Ben Sweat now on the edge of the box. Tries to trick his way through. Harada turns, gets a shot, but no power on the shot. And cramp there for Peratt, and Stuber will just throw the ball into the side there as Peratt goes down with cramps. It'll be a throw-in for the Lions. They say a very warm night tonight. I won't say it's as humid as it has been, but there is humidity here.
Yeah, and they played a couple days ago, so that also comes in it, of course.
You know, do they bus in or they fly in?
I think they bust, sleeper
They bus in.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
that can take a toll on the players too, just sitting still for a long time.
Well, I mean, you got individual beds. So you actually get to lay down. You got your
Well,
own
I've never
little
seen your
TV.
bus, so I can't say.
Nah, it's. I mean, of course, it's still a long time, but it's pretty comfortable. I mean, the bus has, I think, 21 individual beds. You know, all the beds have a TV and a DVD player, and
Oh, sounds like a vacation.
yeah. I mean, you lay down, you close your eyes, you wake up, you reach destination. So it's.
Don't need a hotel, just stay on the bus.
Well, it doesn't have showers, and.
Ika now goes back to Ben Sweat, into Granger. He'll work the ball wide out to Harada. Harada looking forward. Bolin on the far side. Cuts back into Clemens. Clemens to Camacho. Granger again. Better passing now from the Lions. Sweat again looks forward, tries to curl the cross in towards Brookhausen, but Campbell will send that skywards. He can now bring the ball forward. Quick pass to Clemens. Look for the return. Harada to Brookhausen. Danger to Clemens. Dolan is loose on the far side if they can find him. Camacho will drive into the area. Clemens, Brookhausen tried to poke it past the keeper, but Stuver with a nice save to the right-hand side. Ball still in play. And now it's out of bounds and will be a goal kick.
Yeah, Stuver's made some good saves.
Yep. Columbus Crew player, played with us, or was on the roster at the beginning of the season. And,
he played in the 11 away. He played a couple of games for us as well.
Unfortunately, one of the better goalkeepers in the league.
Yeah, I mean, the overall level of the league has gone up a lot. All the teams have bigger budgets to work with. Had the partnerships with the MLS clubs. I mean, compared it to last year and to 2 years ago, the level has gone up.
It's been interesting. You see Orlando down there with their MLS ambitions. You see Sacramento with their average attendance actually bigger than the stadium they play in now since they've opened that up. Oklahoma's made some comments about being available for expansion.
Yeah.
So, and I think there's 4 or 5 teams that will be next year in the league, from what I understand. It will be competitive. I heard rumors it might be a regional setup next year. Less travel to the West Coast.
There's talks about that, of course. You know, I mean, I think it's normal from the moment that you have more teams. A regional setup, especially in the U.S., is very normal. So yeah, I mean, nothing has been decided there yet. Teams are talking and meetings are being held, and.
Danger now plays out to Boland. Sweat here on the touchline, and Sweat gets the ball. Ika makes a run forward. Ika cuts inside. He'll take a long-range effort, which was not too far off the mark, but Stuver was comfortable enough to let it go. And now the ball boys are off in search for a ball. Last couple of balls on that side must have gone a long way.
Did they leave or what?
There you go. Finally, ball thrown in from this near side. And that won't help the Lions as we get into the 92nd minute. And this should be the last few moments of the season for the Dayton Dutch Lions. Wilmington caught offside. I didn't hear how much extra time is being played, but we're heading up for the 93rd minute. Offside given. This is just going to eat the clock away some more. So we give a shout out to our international followers. I know there's some folks in Europe and in Asia that log in to watch these games. Thank you for your support this year. Thanks from all the team here at the Lions. Sid, appreciate you coming up here and giving the insight and some tactical information on the game.
I mean, it was fun. It was not a fun game to watch, of course, for us. It's been a tough season, but we'll have a lot of work to do in the off season. Let's put it that way, and hopefully we can come back a lot stronger next year and bring the fans the victory. I mean, it's incredible our record this year at home, but it can only get better, Andy.
Yep, I agree. This one's in the history books. This season is over for the Dayton Dutch Lions. Tonight's game, Dayton Dutch Lions 0, Wilmington Hammerheads 4. Wilmington heading to the playoffs. We had goals in the 9th minute from Ochoa, 16th and 45th minutes from Jane, and in the 80th minute by Boone. A couple of yellow cards, both of the Lions, from what I understand. Ben Sweat definitely got one, and we think it was Granger who got a yellow card there towards the end. There was a little bit of confusion on who actually got that card. But for everybody here on the Dutch Lions staff, we thank you for listening in and watching. Appreciate your support, and we definitely look forward to seeing you next year as we come back out. In the meantime, the academy, Sid, you're going to be having teams come through the fall, winter seasons into the spring.
Yeah, I mean, we've been working hard to get the academy season going. We have the first couple of games this weekend. We have tryouts coming up in the November 11, 12, and 13 for the high school ages. And yeah, a lot of exciting things coming up.
Good stuff.
On that aspect, so.
I know my daughter has been on the academy for a couple of years, and she really thoroughly enjoyed it. And as one of those coaches that's played in the past, and you always want to butt in. I'm happy to say with you guys, I never felt like I needed to step in and offer my advice. You knew what you were doing, and that's something that's greatly appreciated as a dad. So thanks a lot for that.
No problem.
And all the best through this season, and we'll see you next season.
All right. Thank you very much.
Or simply looking to prevent injuries, the doctors at Freedom Family Chiropractic can help you. Check us out at www.freedomfamilychiropractic.com. Located in the Cross Point Center Shopping Center in Centerville.